Gents, let's talk about power for a second. I think there's a lot of misconception around the word and the notion of power, so much so that some of you guys won't even utter the word or consider the fact that maybe becoming more powerful might actually help you accomplish your goals and help the people under your care accomplish theirs. The other day in our Facebook group, somebody said something to the effect of his goal was to be as low status as possible. As low status as possible. And then he went on in his post and he talked about how he couldn't understand, with this being his goal, why a client didn't want to hire him for individual coaching. Like, it's not really a mystery. If your goal is to be as low status as possible, first, why would you even care if this guy becomes your client? If he's not interested in becoming your client, well, I would say mission accomplished if you want to become low status. I'm not interested in being low status. Now, listen, I'm not saying you need to dress in the fancy tuxedo and the suit and drive all the cars and flash all the money around. I don't think that has anything to do with status. But I think you ought to be aware of how to become more capable, how to present yourself, how to communicate effectively, how to solve people's problems, how to position yourself between people's challenges and their solutions. You should want to do that. You should want to be powerful in that way. Now, granted, I think if your only quest in life is for power, it may come at the expense of your morality and your virtues and the other things that you have deemed important in your life. And there's a line to be found and to be treaded lightly on. But there's nothing inherently wrong with being powerful. When I think of power, I think of credibility, influence, authority, and I want all of that. I want that so I can lead my children effectively, so I can walk hand in hand with my wife through our marriage and through this thing we call life, so I can help you who follow along with the Order of Man podcast, that I can serve you more effectively, that I can deliver and communicate a message that you look to me and think, well, maybe this guy has a thing or two figured out, and then I can assist you along your path. I can't do that if I'm low status. I can't do that if I'm weak, if I'm pathetic, if I haven't learned how to communicate a message effectively, if I haven't made myself capable of answering problems in the world. So I want status. I want power. And some of you guys are probably cringing as you hear that. Oh, he wants power. Yeah, all of us do. Except for apparently this low status guy. But even him, he wants power. He wants authority. He wants credibility. He wouldn't even ask that question if he wasn't after it. Because the guys that don't care genuinely do not care. And the fact that he's even asking that question says that he's after some sort of perceived authority or influence or credibility with other people. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I think that's what you should be doing. Are you a leader? Are you a father? Are you a husband? Are you a business owner? Are you serving some sort of charitable or ecclesiastical services within your community? Then power is important for the right reason, for the right motives, and to be acquired in the right manner, which is to serve and to lead and to make yourself more capable. So let's stop pretending that power in and of itself is inherently wrong. If it comes at the expense of other individuals, I would agree with that. But power does not inherently come at the expense of other individuals. In fact, most people acquire their power, their influence, their authority, their credibility through capability, through producing results for themselves and other people. So let's call it what it is. We want it. It's good. It's a tool. A tool is not moral. A tool is amoral. It's how you use the tool. And your influence, and your credibility, and your authority, and your power is a tool. And if it's used correctly and if it's harnessed for productive and effective outcomes, then I say we ought to amass and acquire as much as we possibly can so that we can serve our noble and honorable objectives and help other people do the same.